the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Not waiting for anyone to remove the swords from your back, you removed them all yourself and dropped all of these heavy burdens. You made a choice for that to be your truth with the Ace of Swords and the Lover's card. It really is that simple. As complicated as it is to be very introspective sometimes, to work on reprogramming of the mind, it was that simple to choose to pull the swords out of your back, to put the wands down, because that's not your truth. That is not your reality. That is an illusion. As the magician, you don't have to have faith in anyone outside of yourself. You don't need anyone to have faith in your ideas. Only you need to have faith in yourself to produce that impossible. What's up, Star Child? The band and I are here for your download. I keep hearing you pass the mission, and it's time to smell the roses. And as I looked through past month of readings, as I do every full moon to approach to full moon, it's crazy, the stuff that you've worked through. So we're going to talk about your magic today. Talk to the Moonology deck and the Season of the Witch. What do we got from the Moonology deck? Answers you need are coming. Believe in the impossible. Have faith in your dreams. Yep. It is time to smell the roses, Star Child. Let's look at your magic. What's happening with your magic? What's the impossible in the magic here? The bloodstone. Moving out of illusion and into manifestation. Tell me more about this, the black bear. Letting go of resistance, of the power of the arrival. Tell me about these answers. Every moment is sacred. The blessings are coming. Make sure your eyes are open. And winter. Keep your eyes on the prize, creating boundaries and protection. A true witch respects rites of passage and safety. Okay. Let's dive in, Star Child. Let's dive into this energy right here. Okay, there's something impossible, something you believe to be impossible, but see, there's been a shift in how the mind has been used, how the imagination has been used, letting go of illusions. Star Child, you can manifest any path that you want. The illusions has been the involvement with other people. There's been a lot of heavy cord cutting going on in the energy, okay? And the mind has been reopened. And you're not resisting this. You're not resisting this shift. Your energy feels very open to it. Tell me about this new reality that Star Child is creating. Every card I'm looking at is a full moon card, and we just got the moon card. We're talking about that resurrection energy in the moon a couple of days ago. Tell me more about the moon. It's right around the corner. Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this is good. This is really good. Oh, this is like a release. I feel like this is a release, Star Child. This is a release to owning the Queen of Wands energy. That excludes gender. Okay? This is simply you not giving an F anymore about the things that do not matter. How other people perceive you, what other people think. And you're using your throat chakra. Tell me about this Eight of Pentacles with the believe in the impossible, judgment, so much self-awareness here. Six of Coins and Six of Wands. Tons of self-awareness. Some of you are heading towards a new occupation for sure in this Queen of Wands energy. There's a victory here, a victory of the impossible. There has been a huge shift in the reprogramming of the subconscious mind. There's someone here who's clearly come out of limerence. That was one of the illusions that we've seen. Tell me more about this self-awareness, this judgment. Your magic is working, cord cuttings are working, emotional detachment, high priestess, 8 of swords in reverse. So owning your power in the Queen of Wands and the high priestess energy, not up in your head about it. This is around witch wound energy too. Tell me more about the high priestess. 10 of cups, temperance, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There's a balance. There's a balance in temperance into heading towards your 10 of cups, high priestess. And what I'm feeling on this is the balance is you. For some of you, you've spent a long time being able to anticipate the needs of others multiple steps ahead, but not fulfilling your own needs, wants, and desires. And this has come back into balance, bringing emotional fulfillment. Someone's very much owned the power of their no, is what I feel in this. And that's why you're headed towards this victory, high priestess. I feel very stoic energy on this high priestess card. That is part of the archetype of the high priestess for sure. The Queen of Wands and the high priestess energy very much balances each other out with the stoicism of the high priestess. But you know, that fun, extroverted, magical side of the Queen of Wands. Many of you have taken a personal inventory, and that's part of why what you believe to be impossible is impossible. There's really positive energy in this self-inventory. It was taking a self-inventory and really getting down to all you have to offer, all the things that you're good at. That's what this judgment card is about today. This is about a deep self-awareness. So let's talk about this, and you're in flow too with the black bear. You're not resisting the arrival of something. That is key to manifestation too, avoiding anticipation and resistance. The power of visualization, visualizing the impossible, setting the intention that you know above all else it will happen, and then get into flow state of the steps in the three-dimensional world that pulls it together, but not be in resistance either way about the outcome. Tell me more about this letting go of existence. It's putting you in your power of the arrival. 6 of Cups. Justice. 6 of Swords. This is completely moving away from the past, Star Child. This is detachment. This is emotional detachment from the past so that the justice comes. This is a lot of work. This is a lot of work of programming in the subconscious mind. I love it. Tell me more about the Justice card. The Death card. You caused your own towers, throwing yourself into a transformation, Star Child. That's what's bringing on the Justice here. Tell me more about this Death card energy. King of Cups, the Empress. Stoic beauty here. Someone has learned how to emotionally detach. This is definitely like empathic, clairsentient energy. And someone has learned how to emotionally detach, realizing that that's part of the mastery of the gift, is learning how to emotionally detach, so the gift does not railroad us. There are times where emotion needs to be removed from the situation. The true archetype of the High Priestess does not function in her emotions. There's a balance here with the Empress. The Empress is nurturing. The Empress is very mothering. She's very fair. King of Cups is double confirmation of that balance between the cup and the swords, allowing you to get to work, allowing you to be very clear about your visualizations, and at the same time, in a 10 of Cups, Star Child, emotional fulfillment from emotionally detaching. Telling you. Both of these, the Death card and the Justice card, they're pointing out to me are the birds are headed straight up. It's that resurrection energy, Star Child. Part of this letting go of the resistance and calling in your power and waiting for the arrival of the next is that willingness to let go. The resistance was in the letting go. The power is in the flow state. The power is looking forward to create the impossible. This is some big boss energy, Star Child. Big boss energy. You're waiting on a couple answers here. It's not shaking you. Let's look at this. These answers that you need are coming. Gemini energy. We're in Gemini season. These answers are coming now. You're being asked to, in the process, hold everything sacred. Hold everything sacred and create boundaries. You're not letting any ill intent in at this time, Star Child. This is about owning the power of no, owning the power of boundaries, understanding that not everyone should have access to you. We only have so much energy and so many words a day. Tell me about this witch respecting passage, creating boundaries, being around people that understand your boundaries. The Lovers, the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands. You made a choice. You made a choice to speed up to the 10. The 10 is about the endings, right? The 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Not waiting for anyone to remove the swords from your back. You removed them all yourself and dropped all of these heavy burdens. You made a choice for that to be your truth with the Ace of Swords and the Lovers card. It really is that simple. As complicated as it is to be very introspective sometimes, to work on reprogramming of the mind, it was that simple to choose to pull the swords out of your back, to put the wands down. Because that's not your truth. That is not your reality. That is an illusion. The outside world may have tried to make that your truth, Star Child. But it's your choice whether you accept that or not. And you clearly made a choice to speed up, which I saw, that's what I'm saying, which I've seen in the readings, the trail of the readings, processing stuff like lightning, right? We talked about utilizing anger towards your 10 of Pentacles. Talked about cord cutting, dropping limerence. There's been so much stuff. It's been like, it just feels like light years in just a short amount of time, which puts you here in your Ace of Swords at the 10, getting ready to drop everything in order to go to the Death card, to go to the new beginning, to complete the transformation. And to keep that sacred space, the understanding of boundaries. What they're telling me about the Snowflake card, Star Child, is actually realizing that the sacred gift is you. All right, what are these answers? These answers that are coming about the impossible. The Chariot, the King of Swords, You're getting these answers quickly. The Magician, about something you're manifesting right now. The Fool energy. I love that. Fool to Magician. It took dropping that 10 of Wands and that 10 of Swords to become the Fool, right? The Fool is the 0. Getting rid of all of that energetic baggage. Getting rid of people, places, and things in our life that does not serve us so that we can go into a transition. We can be clear-headed and have the energy to become the Magician, to manifest what we need, what we want, what we desire, the impossible. You have all the tools here. The mind is clear. What are the answers for the Magician? Knight of Cups. 3 of Wands and 7 of Wands. Perfect. Perfect, Star Child. Perfect. You're using your emotional body space to create. That's what the Creator does. And that's balanced sacral chakra. This is balanced sacral and root chakra right here. You're utilizing that energy to manifest for you, not for someone else. And at the same time, here's the boundaries with the 7 of Wands, protecting these manifestations. You're not putting any emotional energy waiting for answers from somewhere else. What more do we need to know about these answers? King of Pentacles, the Hermit, 2 of Swords in reverse. We did see this is you going inward. We saw with the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you have already done this with the Hermit card. Some of you got a killer download. You got a really great idea here with the King of Pentacles. This is confirmation to move forward and ground that idea. It was a download. It is lighting your heart on fire with the Fool energy. You're about to create something in your occupation. This was the answer. If you haven't received this answer yet, go into that inner wisdom, that inner sage, because the Fool is looking for that answer to get moving in manifestation as the Magician. It's going to be something big with Believe the Impossible. But there's been so much energetic clearing, so much karmic clearing that now's the time, Star Child. Now's the time. You're ready for this. Boundaries in place. Fire is high. Waving your sword when you need to wave your sword. The energy is moving here with the Chariot card. Dropping all these burdens. This is so much confirmation of a closing of a cycle, Star Child. To see the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Death card. It's done. It's done. There's a new season upon you with a 6 of Wands, which is a victory. And this season is going to bring emotional fulfillment and balance in your life, and including in your works, it looks like here. Dig it. Absolutely dig it. Now, we see with the blue moon that you believe in the impossible. You visualize something. You believe in something. But then the Magician does have to have faith in their dreams, okay? Because there's just, right? There's always going to be detours. There's always going to be detours along the way. There's going to be things that we have not anticipated. We don't see the full road. We never get the entire map. We have to be very careful who we work with, who we share with, as people will come up against our vision all the time for multiple reasons. And so it's important to keep the faith on the path. Where the faith needs to be directed is to you, Star Child, as the creator, as the Magician. You don't have to have faith in anyone outside of yourself. You don't have to have anyone have faith in your ideas. Only you need to have faith in yourself to produce that impossible. When we get into that energy and that flow state too, it does attract the right people, places, and things to walk alongside of us, to invest in us. But no one's going to have faith in your dream and your impossible idea if you don't. So it has to start there. And that's where the energy needs to stay. So what's the advice about keeping the faith about your dreams, star child? Because there are days where it's hard, let's be real, okay? Unexpected things come up. I just saw the Ten of Pentacles in the deck. There it is at the bottom of the deck. It's a Ten of Pentacles and a Ten of Cups reading. It may have felt impossible for you up to this point to experience a Ten of Cups and a Ten of Pentacles in your life, but you sure as hell can, star child, despite any outside circumstances. What's the advice about keeping the faith? There it is again, the Ten of Pentacles. King of Cups, stay balanced. Five of Wands, Seven of Wands again. Stay balanced, stay stoic. Know when to use your swords, star child. Know when to use your swords and know when to use your cups. Because when we talk about people having impossible dreams, there's always going to be rivalry. There's always going to be people coming against that. There's always going to be energy coming up against that. It's part of it. But how much faith do you have in yourself? How much faith do you have as the magician in your ability to create? And again, it's saying to keep your boundaries up. The Seven of Wands. Yeah. If you want to create a Ten of Pentacles and a Ten of Cups in this life, you have to have really strong boundaries. No question. Have to have really strong boundaries. Have to know the power of your no. Have to highly value yourself. Tell me more. Tell me more about keeping the faith. Knight of Wands in reverse, Hangman in reverse, and the Lover's card. That's showing me that you are having faith in yourself. So much faith in yourself, you don't even have to go in for a higher perspective at this point to discern energies. You're not overthinking it. You're not giving people second chances. You're reading the energy and moving on, if that's the case, if you need to move on, with energies like Knight of Wands in reverse. This is tied to that Five of Wands card. Anybody has anything to say that is not in alignment with what you are trying to create, immediately showing them the door. Immediately showing them the door. The right people will show up. But this is good. This is very healthy choices in the energy and the environment around you. That is going to help you keep that faith, star child. Sometimes we have to go into tunnel vision. The World, Queen of Cups. Man, I love this. Again, they're bringing me back to the major trial it was to transition as a clairsentient, as an empath, to close the cycle of solely operating out of the emotional space. And the clairsentient that I'm talking to, you've done a lot of healing work. Please don't take that like I'm saying you're not emotionally intelligent. You're very emotionally intelligent, actually. But so sensitive in your superpower of being an empath that there was an overextension of time, resources, words, energy, all of that. And what they're showing me here is there was a cycle that had to be closed in that. There was balance that had to come in with the swords in order to go into this transition. And swords are needed to head towards your Ten of Pentacles. All the suits are needed. Logic, emotions, the will, right? The drive to make the pentacles, to do the manifestation. And so there were things that were out of balance. This makes even more sense what we've been seeing coming out over the past month since the last full moon in the readings. Because there were lots of things in the emotional space, lots of cords getting cut, lots of coming out of illusion and using the imagination differently to create the reality that we want. Headed to that strawberry fields forever, you passed the test, going into the harvest of the strawberry full moon that is coming up, Star Child. I love it. Things are going to start to get light speed. Changes are going to come on quickly as you let go of the resistance and the energy. Death comes quickly. The Chariot comes quickly. The transition is here. Power, yes. Yes, 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 and yes. There's so many cards of power in this reading. So many cards of power in this reading. And you owning that power. Look at that. Friendship, knowledge. See, moving those energies out. There's the right people coming in with the knowledge. And I love this air. Air. Confirmation of air. Now that you're standing in your power, Star Child, there are new relationships that are going to come in with clear knowledge towards steps that you're building to head towards this 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. Not a Knight of Wands in reverse and a 5 of Wands. People that have nothing but opinions to lend you, that have nothing to do with what you actually want to manifest, is not any wisdom or viable information to acquire to get to your next steps. You've closed cycles out. You've shut down that energy so that you can seek wisdom and technique from people that know what they're doing and are completely non-biased about your vision. There are people that are very biased about your vision. They were harnessing your power. You know, and it's very strange. People do this, you know, they don't even realize they're doing it. They do it unconsciously. They want to keep those around them down so that they don't have to look at themselves, so they don't have to do their own inventory. It's safer to just be around people that hang out in the same vibration. But that vibration was an illusion to you. And you're choosing to step out of it and doing it with your swords. And I would high five you through the mirror right now if I could, because that is a huge leap for clairsentience. And especially a clairsentient who's had a string of bad relationships, has issues with codependency, has been guilted out of their feelings. This is good. This is good stuff, Star Child. I love it. Let me get the final word here on your power. There's more here. There's more to come of you stepping into your power. Tell me more about Star Child stepping into this power. Four of Cups, 10 of Wands, Justice. There is something that you don't see right now. The answers are coming. It's part of this balance because you let go of a burden. It's balancing the scales. Strength card, the Magician. Lots of fire energy. Some of you are feeling that your fire has been out from carrying around all these damn wands. Okay? But with the Strength card, your fire is going to come back. Your fire is going to come back. That's not what you're seeing. There's things that are you're processing in the energy right now. Someone let go of a bunch of BS here, a bunch of people. I've seen you do lightning amount of work, in the emotional body, in the shadow body, okay? Everything is processing. The fire is going to come back because you pulled your energy back from so much stuff. You will have the energy to step from the Fool to the Magician. And if you haven't gotten that download yet in hermit mode, spend some time, because that impossible idea, although your brain for a moment might tell you that it's impossible, it's going to light that fire under you, Star Child, and it's coming. It's coming. All right. I love it. I love it. Powerful. It's going to be a powerful full moon. Your synchronicities are 28, 34, 17, and 46. I cannot thank you enough for how much you've been supporting this channel since the start. It has been such a pleasure to work with so many magical creatures in private reads and with ritual work. It's been fabulous. If you want any services from me, my links are below, and join us for Substack to dive further into this reading. And I'll see you for your next energy check-in, Star Child.